I reckon it must be pretty difficult working for the marketing or PR team at a car manufacturer, because you've got to come up with these, on point, super cool, catchy phrases that really sum your car up. Most of the time it's airy fairy crap, but Toyota have really nailed it with the GR86, an analog car for the digital age. So this is the third global Toyota GR model after the Supra and the Yaris. These are machines that are designed with the technical expertise of Toyota Gazoo Racing. Now, I absolutely loved the previous generation, and I had no issue with the fact that it only had 147 kilowatts, because you see, for me, the soul, the character, the thrill of the drive is not to be found in a straight line going in a race from traffic light to traffic light with your automatic transmission. I know that will probably appeal to the digital age, who will have to look up what clutch control means. But I'm certainly not going to turn down the extra output. This all-new 2.4 litre boxer engine replacing the 2 litre sees you kind of looking in the mirror. The 147 kilowatts now becomes 174 kilowatts, and they've also upped the torque by nearly 50 Newton meters. I mean, that is pretty impressive when you consider the curb weight remains the same. So you are going to be getting to 100 in 1 second quicker. But screw the numbers, that's never been what this car has been about. It's about the feel and how dynamic it really is. And they really have done some incredible work to achieve a car that is even more drivable. I love the free revving nature of this engine. It kind of reminds me of my old Honda Civic VTEC. And you kind of, instead of waiting now for that imaginary turbo to kick in, you now have this torque pushing a lot earlier. In actual fact, it's being delivered at almost 3,000 RPM lower than the previous model. Well, what does that mean? It's going to give you an 86 that is so much more drivable and responsive throughout the rev range. It sounds bloody good too, and for the digital generation, they've piped the sound into the cabin as well. But I tell you, this is the package for me. You want to go manual, because this close ratio 6-speed manual is just so good, and it is perfectly positioned just where you want it. But look at the steering feel, superb. The limited slip diff is there. The McPherson strut in the front is still there. The double wishbone at the rears, they are there. But to deal with this additional torque on the rear, they moved the anti-roll bar actually onto the subframe. And all of these things have just been tweaked, have just been fettled. And this is where you feel it on track. You really start realizing just the incredible amount of work that Gazoo Racing does in delivering such a sweet car. Oh man, superb. Superb. And you really want your ego massaged from a driving perspective. Don't turn the vehicle stability control system off. You can do that, but their track mode is really quite incredible, because it allows you the confidence to kind of get a feel for the car and start pushing it. But when it does say, hello, let me help you back, bud, you've gone a little bit too far for your ability over here, it does it in such a gentle, intuitive way. It literally just eases you back into control. It doesn't snap, it doesn't dramatically kill the accelerator and you find yourself trying to correct the car. It really is confidence inspiring. What a superb machine. It always was, and it certainly remains that way. Nirvana. Man. And and people want to make electric cars with plenty of torque and zero soul, you can keep that crap. And they haven't missed a slick shift in the styling department either. Square on is probably the least exciting for me, but the moment you start moving angles, then the GR86 is impossible to ignore. In profile, you get to appreciate the old school sports car proportions. It's been lowered by 10mm and the wheelbase increased by 5. The 86 badging and detailing on the front fender is now gone, replaced by an actual functional air vent that works in conjunction with the front air dams, directing airflow to reduce turbulence around the tyres, which does improve your steering stability. And I do love how these vents morph into the prominent side skirts. This is the functional beauty that Toyota keeps referencing. The black door mirrors tie in with the cool blade-like 18-inch anthracite rims, which are shod with Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, and you get a full-size spare. But my favorite has to be the rear three-quarters. There are some superb styling touches and detailing, enhanced of course by the three-dimensional shape of the rear light cluster. The LED headlights are new. The internals are arranged in an L shape like you find in the Supra, and the Matrix grille is also a GR trademark design. Sporty, sleek, sophisticated, just like the interior. The addition of what Toyota call Ultra Suede ramps up the premium feel of the interior, and the newly shaped front sport seats are both comfortable and supportive. Some may find the steering wheel a little on the thin side, but accessing the information on the driver's 7-inch display via the multifunction buttons is very simple. The single dial rev counter has been retained, which is excellent. All the selectable info you'll find displayed to the left. Engage track mode and the display changes to a central readout of the engine RPM, gearing, speed and oil and water temperatures. The 8-inch multimedia touch display is well positioned, not impeding drivers' visibility at all, and comes with all the expected connectivity features. The center armrest has been redesigned with a split opening lid revealing your cup holder, twin USB ports and an aux socket. 7 airbags are provided as standard in the cabin, as well as a whole raft of driver assistance aids like rear cross traffic alert, blind spot assist, as well as cruise control. The range-topping auto, however, adds lane departure, adaptive cruise, collision mitigation braking. Now these are things that the manual buyer certainly won't be wanting, so this is good thinking on Toyota's part. And yes, there are GR touches that will appeal to both the digital and analog consumer. So look, all round it is a way cooler car to live with as your daily driver. It is more compliant, the interior is a lot more upmarket, and from a looks perspective, I mean, this thing is just drop dead gorgeous. What is cool, obviously, there's an automatic that is available as well, so that's going to certainly tick that daily driver box. It's a lot more dynamic than the previous generation the auto is, and obviously a lot more fuel efficient as well. But the thrill for me with 86 is the drive. The ability that it's always had to redline the smile on your dial. It is just brilliant. And the sad thing is manufacturers just don't make cars like this anymore. It is a modern classic. It is lightweight, it's front engine, it's rear wheel drive, it's naturally aspirated, and actually it's an affordable performance car for us all to own. Well done. Seriously, well done.